Continue learning Rabeinu Yona's Sharei Teshuva. We are up to the second Shara, Shara Sheni, in which we mentioned yesterday that the Hakdama, the introduction to the Shara, is that Rabeinu Yona now is going to try to give us different Hisayrus as he titles this chapter, this Shar, Lahayros Badrachim, to teach about the ways Sheyitayr Adam Bahem, to arouse a person Lasha of El Hashem. So in the previous Shar was more practical. Maybe one would have thought it should have been the opposite, but that's how Rabeinu Yona schedules his Sefer, that the first Shar was the practical. Now he goes back a bit and he goes into the his Eirus, the inspiration to do tshuva. Says Rabeinu Yona, da, you should know. There are 6 ways that can arouse, that can awaken a person to come back and do tshuva. And each and every one of them we have to tell the people about. How to go about examining that particular way, and to assess it till you fully understand it. And via the Cyrus, via the inspiration, will awaken their ears to listen. Haskel v'yadua, they'll understand and they'll know. Yikarim, precious principles, derushim and echkaram, that we've explained, that we've analyzed. And says Rabeinu Yona, in reality, beyond this, really one should listen. Really, even before we even understand why, it should be obvious that we should come back, we should do tshuva each and every day, and we should be l'taher nafshecha. We should make our souls clean, even without any really circumstances, even without coming to something particular that's going to bring us to tshuva. Just the mere fact to cleanse our soul should be enough that we should want to do tshuva. And each and every day, that things come and they occupy our mind. You do this whenever you can. Think about your Creator. Zichroi lemeshiv nefesh sold us gush afar. And when we're aware of Hashem, what does it do? It brings our neshama back from its incorrect behaviors, which came from the fact that we are bodies, we are chomrius, we are physicalities. We're coming from gush afar, clumps of earth. Therefore, this will unleash, this will bring out, this will uncover the keshes madaecha, the power of our knowledge of Hashem, liyasher hadurei tevecha, to straighten the twisted ways that we have gone. And the result of all of this, what's going to happen? We're going to realize that we should be ashamed. We're going to realize that we feel inadequate in front of Hashem, and thereby it will continuously push us to get greater. To work diligently, to rid ourselves of all our averos, and to remove all the rebellious ideals from our thoughts, and to cleanse all the things that surround our neshama. And remember Hashem, and then we can adorn ourselves with the wonderful midais, and then we could reach the inner beauty of that which we are coming to. As the pasuk in Yeshaya says, through Hashem, all of Klal Yisrael will become glorious, will become righteous. Now this first paragraph that we just read, as you realize, was a little bit different, was a little more esoteric, a little more poetic. Because in reality, this was a bit of a introduction of Rabeinu Yona in poetry, in poetic form, in flowery lashonos, explaining the necessity, explaining how inherently we should want to do tshuva. And continues Rabeinu Yona, but even as we try, and even as we want to come closer, we should always further strengthen ourselves as ruchacha, b'darchei asibais, to rouse our ruach in the different ways, hashisha sheyit baharu, the 6 ways of inspiration that we're going to say. So first, number one, it begins Rabeinu Yona that even without all these paths of inspiration, even without all these reasons to awaken ourselves, the mere fact that we have an neshama, the mere fact that by its very nature we want to come closer to Hashem, that itself should be enough of a reason to do tshuva, to cleanse our minds, our hearts, and our souls. But now let's begin in the 6 different ways. V'asher Loi Hesig Hamala Hazois, and he concludes this Hakdama. He concludes this little bit of poetry and teaching us Shaloi Hesig Hamala Hazois. If one did not reach this level, meaning if one is not really at the point that just by conjuring up the images of God, just by realizing we have our neshama, just by thinking about the fact that we should do better, then it brings him to tshuva. His heart, to the very least, be humbled. As we're going to learn these 6 ways, it should make us a little bit smaller. Rabbis, and by seeing the many things that could bring us to come closer. That the extent that one needs any of these external reasons that we're about to talk about, these 6 ways, that bring one to tshuva, and to the extent that one is inclined to do tshuva through his own ratzain by thinking about Hashem, it is known and determined that the tshuva comes from his actual neshama. So at some level, Rabeinu Yona is explaining to us that the higher and loftier levels of tshuva are those that are going to come from within. Those are going to come from the knowledge of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But now, we're going to continue tomorrow with these 6 ways, these 6 points of inspiration, which will hopefully, for those and all of us who are not really holding at the point that he just spoke about, to bring us back on this path of tshuva.